welcome to the She Plays On Women's Football podcast. I'm your host Harry Chan. Let's get straight to the news of the week. Chelsea forward Pernille Harder has been named the UEFA Women's Player of the Year for 2019 to 2020. The 27-year-old Denmark captain scored 9 times as Wolfsburg reached last season's Champions League final before joining the Blues this summer. She was selected from a short list featuring England defender Lucy Bronze and Lyon captain Wendy Renard. Harder, who was also named Player of the Year in 2018, is also named Forward of this season. The inaugural Coach of the Year award went to Lyon's manager for a stellar debut season with his club. The 51-year-old Jean-Luc Vasseur led Lyon to only their second perfect campaign in UEFA Women's Club competition to clinch their 5th title in a row and 7th overall, as well as another French double. He was chosen from a short list of 3 that also included Barcelona's Luis Cortés and Wolfsburg's Stefan Lerch. Lyon's victory in the 2020 Champions League saw them dominate UEFA's positional awards, with their goalkeeper, defender and midfielder all selected. Everton produced another strong performance and continued their winning run by overcoming Birmingham City to reach the Women's FA Cup final. Northern Ireland forward Simone McGill lashed in just before half-time, and Denmark's Nicolin Sorensen doubled the visitors' lead after the break. France striker Valerie Galvin added the 3rd late on for the dominant Toffees. The Merseyside club, who have won the cup twice, deservedly reached their first final since 2014, as they bid to lift the trophy for the first time since 2010. Birmingham, who won the cup in 2012 and had hoped to reach their 3rd final, appeared low on energy after battling past Brighton on penalties after extra time on Sunday and rarely looked likely to mount a comeback in the second half. Holders Manchester City reached the 2019-20 FA Cup as well, with an impressive display against Arsenal. Gareth Taylor's side will meet Everton at Wembley on the 1st of November. Showpiece game live on BBC One. Steph Houghton's curling free kick put City in front before Jordan Nobbs levelled with a fine long-range strike, but United States midfielder Sam Mewers quickly restored City's lead and they remained on top in the second half. World Cup winner Mewers' first goal in English football sent City through to the club's 3rd FA Cup final, all of which have come since 2017. Record 14-time winners Arsenal had been bidding to reach their 17th final, but were unable to produce the form they had shown in September, when they scored 19 times in 3 games in all competitions. Real Madrid Firmino's first official match ended in defeat as they lost 4-0 to reigning Premier Division champions Barcelona on Sunday. Patricia Gujaro, Lieke Martens and Alexia Putellas all scored for Barcelona in the first Women's El Clasico. Madrid, who also scored an own goal in the match, was only formed in July after buying out the club Deportivo La Tacon. And here are your WSL results of the week. Aston Villa lost 6-0 against Everton Women. Hayley Raso and Claire Emsley both scored twice as Everton hammered Aston Villa in the WSL. Australia international Raso opened the scoring from close range in the 20th minute before pouncing on an error from keeper Lisa Vase to make it 2. Emsley curled in the 3rd from 20 yards before Valerie Galvin's diving header finished off a counter-attack. Chantal Bouyer-Hloka's cross sailed in after the restart, and Emsley added the 6th as Everton went top. Willie Kirk's side had been superb coming into this fixture, having reached the FA Cup final by overcoming WSL champions Chelsea and 2-time Cup winners Birmingham City in the previous 6 days. And they were far too strong for Gemma Davies' Aston Villa side, who are still yet to pick up a point this season. West Ham lost 1-0 to Reading, where Reading registered their second WSL win of the season as a goal from Lauren Burton proved enough to beat West Ham at Dagenham. Burton forced the ball home from Natasha Hadding's cross after Reading had lost Farrah Williams to injury. West Ham went close to an equaliser after the break when Adriana Leon's effort was tipped onto the post. Keeper Grace Maloney excelled again by saving Kenza Daly's penalty after she was adjudged to have fouled Adriana Leon. Birmingham City also lost 1-0 to Chelsea. Van Kirby's early header gave Chelsea a narrow victory over Birmingham, who are still looking for their first WSL point. Kirby headed in Erin Cuthbert's free kick after 8 minutes to extend the champions' unbeaten run. Guro Reiten hit the bar for Chelsea, while Beth England had a goal controversially ruled out for offside. But Birmingham almost got a point late on as Claudia Walker headed Harriet Scott's cross just wide. Manchester United meanwhile beat Brighton and Hove Albion 3-0. England striker Alessia Russell made her debut for Manchester United Women with a fine solo goal as Brighton were comfortably beaten. Ella Toon's early penalties set United on the way to a second consecutive win in a 3-game unbeaten start to the WSL. Russell made it 2-0, finishing in style after prodding the ball into space and skipping a tackle. Jane Ross's injury time shot from Tobin Heath's cross sealed the victory. Man City beat Spurs 4-1 in another game, Manchester City maintaining their unbeaten start to the new season as Chloe Kelly's 2 goals helped them comfortably beat Tottenham Hotspur. England winger Kelly curled in a superb opener from outside the box in the first half as the FA Cup finalists dominated the game. Kelly doubled the lead from the spot after half-time before Sam Mewers headed her second goal in 4 days for the club. Ellen White headed in the fourth and Anna Philby flicked in a late Spurs goal. Spurs fans, however, were made to wait a little longer for Alex Morgan's debut, with the USA forward not featuring on Sunday as her bid to return to full fitness continues. Lastly, Arsenal beat Bristol City 3-1 as they shrugged off an early shock to beat Bristol City and return to the top of the WSL. The Londoners won the corresponding fixture 11-1 last season, but trailed when Abby Harrison's tame shot found the corner from 20 yards. Jordan Nobbs brought Arsenal level just before the break with a first-time strike from Caitlin Ford's cross, and Ford made it 2 early in the second half and Vivian Miedema ran through and challenged late on to seal the win. In our transfer news this week, United States striker Alex Morgan says her move to Tottenham was, quote, quite unexpected, with her decision to come to England going, quote, down to the wire. The 2-time World Cup winner, 31, joined the Women's Super League club last month and will be staying for the 2020-21 season. Morgan gave birth to daughter Charlie in May and wants to be ready to play in the rescheduled Olympics next summer. Morgan has played for Orlando Pride since 2016, and the Florida-based club say that while she will not be available for the American NWSL's upcoming fall series, they will retain her NWSL rights upon her return. Now, of course, coronavirus has altered the calendar of the NWSL season in her home country. Morgan said she only started looking for a club, quote, the Sunday or Monday before the transfer window closed on Friday, 11th of September, and was 50-50 before deciding to sign the contract about 24 hours before the deadline. Scottish champions Glasgow City have signed midfielder Tyler Toland on loan from Man City. The 19-year-old Republic of Ireland international will spend the season with Scott Booth's side as they seek a 14th successive title. Booth described Toland's arrival as, quote, a huge moment for City. That's it for our show this week. If you liked the podcast, remember to rate, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. We'll be back next week. Thank you again for listening. I'm Harry Chan, and this is the She Plays On Women's Football Podcast.